multiplying billiard balls. It's all based on misdirection, this Kamal.
Really?
There was one billiard ball, if I point like that, you miss the production of the second ball. That's so real. So you look there, and you miss the second one. I know you're thinking that's supposed to be 3, and while you're thinking that's when I did the 3, just to confuse you now, for me to produce 4 now would be a big mistake because you're burning the hand, right? You're scrutinising the hand even though you're looking out there. Oh, you're looking at it on the camera, aren't you? So something different is in order. That middle white one is going to leave there, it's going to vanish, it's going to travel down to the pocket, alright? So this middle white one's going to leave there, not this middle white one, it's a middle red one, not that one, this middle white one is going to go from there, it's going to become invisible and then travel down to the pocket, and that's misdirection. Now for all those people who just tuned in and are wondering what to video for with balls in my hand, it started as 1, alright, and then it became 4 up here in the hand, and I'll show you what that looks like. I got 1 down here, I give it a bit of a shake, it turns to 2, I pass the hands, it turns to 3, with a little bit of a blow. That's the billiard balls, like that. There you go, I did that for you. Hang on, one more. Well, you said you wanted to see the balls. It is a beautiful, you know what I'm going to say, don't you? Melbourne morning out there. Welcome to Magic Mornings. I'm Dean, this is Kamal.
Good to be here.
It's very good to be here. We come to you today as ever from Paper Magic League.
You Geordie again. You Geordie last time.
No, for some reason that thing, Paper Magic, it just resonates so well with the Geordie accent.
Do you watch much Geordie Shore, Dean?
I don't watch any Geordie Shore.
You should, it's a great
show. Have you
show.
ever seen Quayside, the soap opera Quayside?
No.
It's great.
Okay, good. On to Magic.
On to Magic.
This week.
No, there's the clap again. There's the clap again. It's like, right, let's do. You keep getting texts on the screen that we look at when we look at ourselves. You may notice that it's a better camera this week as well. Alright, what's this? Oh, this is awesome.
This is...
Don't talk to me about this.
Alright, let's go move on to the next one.
Yeah, let's just move on.
Jean-Pierre
Vallarino.
Jean-Pierre Vallarino's Off-World.
Great. I love Jean-Pierre. Do you like Jean-Pierre Vallarino?
Oh, great. Yes, absolutely.
He's got that great music act where he produces the little brandy glasses.
Oh, that act is amazing. The fizz
amazing.
Incredible. This trick though.
This is great.
We had a cracking good time last episode with some trick deck, shall we say?
Similar kind of method to this actually.
Oh, too much, Dean. Too much.
Different effect.
Different method.
Proving that methods can be employed for very different effects in Magic.
I'm as excited about this one as the effect from last time.
I'm probably a bit more excited actually because it's different.
It is different. This is
very
Off-World.
different.
Dean, tell us what happens in Off-World.
Okay, so you know the trick Out of This World by Paul Curry.
I'm familiar.
And there's different versions of it.
Yes.
The spectator deals down two piles, I guess.
Yep.
At the end, one is all the red cards, that's the hearts and the diamonds. One's all the black cards, the spades and the clubs. That's like a colour separation idea. It's like a mental telepathy style colour separation plot. This, it takes it to another level really. You hold the deck and you say to a person, what colour do you think's the next one down on the face? Whatever they say, you take the card off and it matches the colour.
And they're probably seeing this on their screen right now.
They're probably seeing it right now. Again, I think we're assuming a bit too much.
Sure,
but let's just assume that that's what's happening.
Yep.
They go, do it again. So you say black, next one black. The order matches exactly what the spectator says.
Could you do a run of cards?
Yep, in fact that's what they do. Greg Wilson does that on the DVD. What is it about magic stuff these days where like 10 people are involved in the trailers? Which one invented it? And the guy that invented it's not even honest.
Ah, that's okay.
He's just off relaxing.
But this one, you'd say, holds up to the trailer. It looks as good in real person
Absolutely
as the trailer.
Holds up to the trailer.
Yep.
You could say to someone, name 7 cards in a row. Just go bang, bang, bang. They go black, black, red, red, black, black, red. He takes them off. They match exactly. It's unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. Dean showed me this for real, like in real life earlier.
Yep.
I could not believe it. My jaw hit the floor. I picked it back up, re-established it.
Yeah.
I had to get a surgery.
Re-established it. Re-established his jaw, and all was fine.
Yes.
You couldn't believe it, could you?
I couldn't believe it.
In fact, you said, "Wow, the technology is."
The technology. There's not even any technology. It's a reinvention of some older technology. technology.
It's taking a method, isn't it? It's marrying a new method with some old technology and making something new.
New technology. Doesn't matter.
No, I didn't mean an old method. Great. I meant an old gimmick.
Yes.
An old gimmick deck.
Yep.
And making the effect different. You would never. This kind of effect has never been done with this gaff before.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. This is. I'm a big fan of this. It looks amazing.
I'm a big fan of this too.
It's look, whatever Sean's charging for this, it's worth every penny. It's fantastic.
Well, anything under about 70.
Sure.
Yeah, anything over 70 is too much for this.
This will now be appearing at $69.95.
If it's under 6, I hope it's not over 70. Because I mean,
that's embarrassing.
Well, whatever. You told us to be honest.
Okay, we're being honest. This is a great trick. Dean, who's buying this?
It's under about 70. Anyone's got $70.
Okay.
This is again a universal thing for anyone who's interested in card tricks.
Difficult to do?
No.
No.
It might be a little bit tricky to remember certain things at the beginning, but once you get into the... Greg Wilson does point out a very easy mnemonic to remember
how to do it.
Certain ways you should lift certain cards, let's say. And it's very easy to remember that mnemonic. That's why it's a mnemonic.
I see.
It makes memorization easy.
Excellent, excellent. Now this is great.
Very good. Oh, and also,
well done.
I did say to Kamal before we came on, this would be a good lead-in to the original Paul Curry out of this world, or one of its many offshoots. You could literally just put a quarter of the deck on top of a regular deck that was stacked ready to go for Out of This World. I don't know where that's in print, in the Paul Curry book, I guess, but it's out there, isn't it?
Yep.
Paul Harris had a good one, didn't he, in The Art of Astonishment?
True.
Yeah.
True.
And you could literally, instead of putting the cards underneath as you reveal that the person's got the colours right, you could just discard them into your pocket or something, and then you could be ready with your stack and finish off with the original Paul Curry effect. So it's a nice mental routine, a nice mental telepathy style routine. Very good.
Fantastic. So
9 out of 10.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, 9.
Yes.
Solid 9.
Solid 9.
Well done, Jean-Pierre.
Well done, Jean-Pierre.
Some great magic from France. Is he French?
He's French.
Canadian French?
Possibly. Just straight French, I think.
Okay. Dean, do you speak French?
Oui.
Right answer.
Too early for flapjacks?
Never too early. Yeah. Up next, Dean, we have this tiny little package. Are you familiar with tiny little packages?
I am familiar with packages that look a little bit like this. It looks like something you might get like if you go on the aeroplane, you might get one tissue in there and maybe a damper tissue, a moisture tissue.
Yes, okay.
Looks like a moisture tissue. It's the moisture tissue of magic, this.
This is INKLING by ABDULLAH Mahmoud. Brought to you by...
Did you just read that?
I did just read that. Brought to you by SHIN.
Oh, I thought it was SHIN that invented it.
No, he didn't invent it. He produced it. And he's very, very clear to point that out in the instructional video.
Is it because he hates it?
No,
he realised it wasn't that good and he doesn't want to put his name to it.
Well, he kind of did. It's got his initials right on the back there.
It does too, eh?
SHIN.
Yeah.
ShinLinMagic.com. But it's a visual effect. Dean, I like to describe this as it's very similar to a Paul Harris type piece of strange. I could see this actually being in a Paul Harris book.
I agree, but it would be a different method though, wouldn't it?
It was
in the Paul Harris book. You'd have one bit you just keep your hand over at the beginning so no one saw it. It'd be something with Paul Harris. It'd be more.
We haven't described what this is yet.
No, well, I don't.
So this is.
I'm still on OFFWORLD.
No, so this is we take a texter and you mark your arm with 2 straight lines, a bit of a jiggle of the wrist, and
yes. I just did that, and I'm not going to do it again.
Okay, but that's how
I was following along with what you said.
Yep.
And I realised I was following along a little bit too accurately.
I see.
Go on.
So a jiggle of the wrist and the lines magically, visually move to form a cross.
I'm sure we're watching it now.
And we are watching it now.
Yeah.
And the cross may have been pre-predicted or there's some other reason or rhyme for why the cross appears on your arm from 2 straight lines.
Do they give you any idea of how to get into it?
Yeah, look, there's some peculiarities about the method to this effect. I'm not sold on much of this effect, you would say?
You told me one of the peculiarities and I was like, really? They expect you to do that to your skin?
Yeah.
They're giving too much away? I wouldn't do what they say to do to your skin.
I'm gonna say it, because I think it needs to be said, because...
Yeah, it possibly does need to be said, for safety reasons.
Forewarned is to be forearmed?
Well, it does use the forearm.
It does.
So,
it does.
Or the forearm.
There is a bit in the instructions which says, place some super glue on your skin.
Don't do that. Do not put super glue on your skin, on any part of your skin.
I'm not sure I can encourage that.
For one thing, it'll mean that it's not good for you, it's toxic.
Yeah.
And also, it'll make your skin stick together. for a long time.
Yes.
Which is very unpleasant. I've worked with super glue and glued my fingers together. It's very unpleasant.
Yep. So
doesn't Shin say, hang on, don't put super glue on your skin?
He does say that, yes.
But still for him, he should have then, if he's going to produce the thing,
yep.
then I reckon he should be going back to the source and going, let's do the source material again. Don't use the super glue, mate. And not just kind of go, oh, yeah, leave that as it is, I'll
True.
it on.
So the instructions are actually made up of...
an oversight on his part then, actually, I'm thinking.
Yeah, the instructions are made up of two parts. One is the original set of video instructions by Abdullah, and the second half of the instructions are a little sort of impromptu style camcorder video of Shin Lim with his addendum to the original video.
Right.
So it's a bit iffy, if I'm being completely honest, and Dean, if I'm not honest, well, what am I?
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So, and we haven't even talked about the effect yet.
Well, you did touch on it a little bit.
Well, yeah.
So it's two parts of a. It looks like you've drawn on your forearm with Sharpie.
I don't know that it does.
The effects. Does it look
like that's what it's supposed to look like.
It looked like that to me on the video, on the phone.
On film, this looks great. If you were to do this on stage, where your nearest spectator was maybe, I don't know, 1 or 2 kilometers away, this would look amazing.
Would they see it from that far away?
No.
When you said about stage, I'm thinking, right, kind of stages I do.
Yep.
This would be seen from maybe, if you had really big bold marks,
yeah,
and you go from 2 to 1, if you've done 2 little lines to a cross,
yep.
about a third of the theatre might get an idea of what that was,
yeah.
and then the rest of the people will be like, what's he doing?
Yep. I think it presents as a close-up effect. I don't think you could perform this close-up. Parlour at best.
Because of the reset, or because it doesn't, there's not enough scrutiny on it?
I think you could see too much of the method if you were doing this close-up.
Right.
That's my problem. That's one of my problems with this effect.
So you're saying that those little Sharpie marks that you've done on your skin in Sharpie do not look real enough or authentic enough.
Agreed.
In a close-up environment.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
And it's not really that big enough to do on stage.
Nope.
So it's kind of, is it a bit of a limbo trick?
Yeah, sure, you can do it under a stick if you really wanted to, but my suggestion would be parlour.
Parlour style.
Maybe, and even then,
50 people, 60, 100 people possibly.
I don't know. I'm not really into this.
It's a special effect, isn't it?
It is a special effect, and the method seems a bit iffy to me. Look, I can't really recommend this to anyone.
Right. Well, I don't recommend it.
Unless you're making magic videos just for YouTube. This you could shoot it 100 times.
And you could come up with a good idea, couldn't you? If you're just doing one clip.
Yep. And some of the effects you can get out of this gimmick that you do need to sort of make it up yourself. The effects that you can get out of this look like trick photography.
Oh, they do. I mean,
on
the video, it's certainly did. There's one in his hand as well, in his palm. What happens in his palm? It
jumps
off or something?
There's like a Rubik's Cube one where it the mark vanishes and the Rubik's Cube
appears. In terms of a small Rubik's Cube, well, you could do with anything.
Yeah, absolutely. And they do give you some of those ideas on there, but it's overall not my cup of tea.
Would you channel your dollars elsewhere if you were looking at buying a new?
You know what I'd do? Whatever this costs, add that to your current cash.
Yeah.
Buy that. Take the 70 that you were going to spend on that. Add whatever this costs.
70 plus.
And then buy something better like this.
Yeah, that's what I would say too.
So Dean, a quick wrap up. Who do you think is buying this?
Well, based on that review, everyone will buy it because everyone buys what we hate, don't they?
Kind of true.
We hate things and so you buy them. Fine, we love it.
That's okay.
Sean loves it.
But
telling us, say everything's crap. I don't think I'm going to be buying it. Nope. And like you said, I would advise anyone because that's the kind of guys we are. Please just put your money into something else. I think put it into something a bit more worthwhile, like the OFFWORLD or even the trick we reviewed last week, Scandal.
Yep.
Invest in a bit, in a nice trick deck or something.
Yeah, and again, unless you're doing something YouTube specific or you get a really specific use case for this. Yes, sure.
A nice idea for this would be because there is a bit where a cross turns into a square instantly.
A plus symbol turns into
and that's quite clever.
It is very clever.
I say to Kamal, you could do a force, and if you had ESP cards, Xena cards, you could do a force of the. You could show them all there's a cross and a square in there, I believe, isn't there?
There is.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you could show, or maybe the cross has a different orientation on the.
No, that's right.
Same. So you could force the square. And then show that your prediction on your arm is wrong, and just wave your hands, or
jiggle the wrist.
Jiggle the wrist. It turns to jiggle the wrist.
Yep.
It's even worse.
Yeah, a little bit.
And it'll become the one they picked. That's quite a nice idea. Look, I'm sure there's room for this. I'm sure there's room for this in people's repertoires. Like Kamal said, depending on the kind of shows you're doing, and if you've got enough time to reset, if it's the right audience size, it's not. There's an impracticality to it, isn't there?
A little bit. A little bit. That and the super glue.
Yeah,
do not super glue your arms.
Please don't put super glue on your skin, on any parts of your skin. It doesn't work.
Moving on quickly, Dean.
Oh, this is awesome.
To our final item of the episode. This is Denis BEHR. Is that how you say it? BEHR?
Yeah, I believe so. He's a bear. He's actually a bear.
He's half man, half
Denis
bear.
the Bear's card tricks.
This is magic.
You can't see his face from the front. You know why? Because he's a bear.
This is magic on tap. Dean, quick question: does this come with the tap?
Yeah, there's a tap in the back. It's any drink called for. That's all it is.
It's hospitality.
It's hospitality. It's a cross between the magic kettle and hospitality in the guise of a DVD set by Denis the Bear.
Fantastic.
Denis the
Now, Dean, tell us a little bit about this 4-disc set.
Yeah, it's a 4-disc set. There's a lot. I'll start by saying there's a lot of value for money within this DVD box set. There's 4 DVDs actually. I don't really know why it's called Magic on Tap. He does do the second couple of DVDs I think are done at the beer garden. He's having a few beers. There's certainly one trick where he's having a beer on disc 1. But I still don't really know why it's called Magic on Tap, but that's probably just because I'm a bit thick. When I started watching this, and Denis Bear's like a really top fly guy, he's got some great YouTube clips out there, some really interesting methods for effects. When I started watching this, I was like, what's this? There's a few very pedestrian tricks at the beginning on disc 1. The first thing he does is just a colour change revelation with a double lift, and then it gets the biggest reaction ever, because it does get the biggest reaction ever, by the way. But I was worried that was like things I'd seen and done for years. Do I really need to watch a new DVD of things that we play with on Saturday night, playing around with the deck?
Again with Saturday night?
Yeah, well that's what you do on Saturday night. You play around with the deck, don't you? Okay. But then so I stopped watching it. I went and did something else less boring instead. And I came back the next day and started watching it, and it blew the stuff from about trick 4 onwards. Just started to blow me away. So the way that Denis Bear's put this together, or the way Vanishing Ink have put this together, is it's like a show. They're presenting it like a show, and it is filmed. It's great quality filming in a little theatre, close-up theatre, real audience who are loving every minute of it. Nice card table, dark blue card table, looks amazing. There are some cracking effects on here, not that difficult to do most of it, I don't think. It depends, because that for me might not be the same for someone else, but I'd highly recommend this. Very good value for money. Lots of card tricks though.
It's a lot of card tricks.
It's for the card enthusiast. No doubt about it. If you're not interested in card tricks, if it doesn't give you a buzz,
why are you even in Magic? 4
hours of card magic. He's got all the classics on there. He's got some things that you've never would have seen before on there.
There's an oil and water. There's any card at any number.
There's a great routine where he spreads the pack or half the pack and it's all mixed. And then he gathers them up and deals them, and they're all the pairs have mated up. Which is off the back of something else he's done where he's found the mates, which I don't know how it was. I didn't watch the explanations, but I'm hoping to get to the explanations. So
it's amazing stuff.
It's very good. It's very talented guy. And I think this is less expensive than some other. It's less expensive than you might think for a 4 DVD box set. It's just there.
Oh, is that the price?
And it'll vanish now. Watch.
Okay, good.
But I'm being an idiot because my hand's not going to cover something on the screen.
No, it's
not. Going to be in front of my hand.
Yes, unless Sean's very good at the green screening type technology.
I wonder what Sean will do with that.
Yeah.
Because he's pretty good, Sean. I reckon he'll make that. Whatever I did then, he'll make something funny out of that, I think. Yeah, he will. If he doesn't now, he'll have to cut this bit. Because he'll look like an idiot because he didn't do anything.
Okay, good.
Because he was too lazy. He was too busy off working out and getting in shape. Denis Bear.
Now for my next trick. This one is the disappearing cigarette. Here I have a cigarette holder, as you can see, completely empty. Oh, now I'll get out a pack of the cigarettes. Excuse me a minute while I get into trouble here. Here we go. One cigarette. I will place the cigarette inside. And here we are, disappearing cigarette. So here I am.
Oh, I enjoy sleight of hand, I do. That's Paul Norris, he's a cabinet maker. He's worked in holiday camps, done some children's parties, and more. I thought he was going to do some comedy, but a bit of magic there.
Magic on tap, very good.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Dean, who's buying this?
Anyone who's interested, card enthusiasts.
Card enthusiast, yep.
And me.
You've got to be into your sleight of hand card magic, I think, to get something out of this. But if you are, you're going to get a lot out of this. I mean, look at those contents. Look.
Look at it. Over four DVDs.
4 DVDs. And he's wearing, what kind of shirt is that?
He's wearing a shirt.
I'm going to send him an email on some fashion sense.
Do you know what would go well with that shirt? An iron. Steve Walker.
Yeah, it really would. It really would. So, great magician, terrible fashion sense, but we're not here to judge his fashion sense.
I don't know, he looks very similar to us actually. Like, he's dressed almost exactly the same for his DVD as we dressed for this.
But we roll our sleeves up. That's what makes us different.
I don't think we can criticise him. We're almost identically dressed to him. If he was stood in between us now, people would go, oh, yep, there's a third person on the Magic Morning.
That's right.
Dressed exactly the
same.
same.
There's always been a third person, is what they'll say.
There has always been a third person in spirit, hasn't there?
That's true.
Who was it? Go on, name someone now. Who would it be? If there was a third person in spirit, Adam?
Who? Moving on. So, highly recommended. Magic on Tap by Denis BEHR.
Denis the BEHR.
Denis the BEHR.
There you go.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
Is that it?
I think that's it for
There's
this
only
episode.
3 items.
Only a short but a good one.
Well, as Sean has pointed out, that new Magic has been a little bit, shallow.
Shallow?
It's been a bit. What's that thing?
Not a lot of new releases coming out.
Not a lot of new releases.
But we've had some quality this week. We've had some less than ideal effects this week.
We've had two stunning effects. We've had one stunning effect this week on the Jean-Pierre Vallarino.
Yep.
We've had a kind of average trick that we didn't really understand or get, so we kind of couldn't recommend it.
Less than average.
And then a good DVD set. But a short game's a good game, Kamal, as they say in Transylvania. And it was fantastic to see you again.
And you. Till next time.
Adam's in there. Cheers.
Salty.
It was a bit.